RSC, welcome back. We are still moving up the tiers, and we are on to Veteran. Just kidding, we just did Veteran. J-Not, you did miss Veteran. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Anyway, welcome to Elite. We have, from Summoned, both Avux and Rhino is Trash. Great name change, by the way. Loved it when I saw that during the season. Played for both Uranus and Knights, it is Reyes. From the Orcas, we have Roxy. From the Ghastly Goombas, we have Pop-Tart Pounder. And from the Great Whites, we have Finu. Boa, anybody you're looking at to jump out here?
Well, I mean, looking at this roster, I've dealt with 3 of them properly. I've dealt with Roxy, Pop-Tart, and Avix at this point. And for 2 of them, I actually was able to be a part of setting the Dev League up with them. So it's going to be nice to see them play outside of that. And actually, it doesn't look like Pop-Tart's here, so the only one that I've actually seen play is going to be Roxy. And we're going to see Avix play this coming Friday on the new stuff that me and Bladed and Gav has started up in the 1v1 series. So I hope all y'all can come out and see that as well.
Absolutely. Good plug.
Yeah.
And if we're talking about these players, Roxy, overall MVP. I think Avex was the MVP of Solar, but I'm not 100% sure there. Definitely, I am being told that that is correct, which is nice. Roxy, gonna look for a pass here. Joe putting that one down. I don't know if Joe is another sub or if it's just a name change. I'm sure I'll be told here pretty soon. And then we'll see what else happens. So far, pretty calm game. What are you thinking, Boa?
Yeah, I think it's some pretty elite gameplay, and I mean, we're just watching it go back and we're just watching it go back and forth. I'd open net there, caused by the demo, and I mean, it's just, I mean, watching it go back and forth is kind of fun, but you do also love to see those high explosive plays coming out of these 2 sides. I mean, these are the players that you expect to come out here and just be controlling the field at all times. But who do you expect to be like the difference maker for this Lunar team?
I mean, you have to be looking at Roxy. Dude was absolutely phenomenal all season. Had a crazy rank increase. You know, you're always looking, if he's on the field, you're looking at him to do something.
Definitely. And I mean, I'd say him too, but you also cannot discount for the other side. I mean, I know Avix is a really good player. I can't really speak for any of the others, but I've heard that Rhino is also really good, and they're both teammates, so for them both to be here, they have to be good. And as I say that, Avix is able to get into that goal and score.
Yep, nice pop, gets it up over 1, gets the second touch over 2. Okay. That's a goal.
And I mean, looking at it, I didn't even think about it the way I should have been whenever I think that seeing teammates is really like a big idea, because you got to think to get up here, not just for one person on your team to have amazing stats to get here, but to have 2 people on the same team putting up the best amount of numbers to get in the top 6 of your tier. I mean, that's really impressive.
No, absolutely. Speaking about Roxy, gets the pass down here to Finu. Finu's able to tie this game up. Nice placement, putting it right behind Avix. 2.5 minutes left. We get a tie game here. Finu, Rhino on the kickoff. Roxy's going to grab control of that first ball, but Avix is up there. Going to put it down. Finu looking to put it off the wall, up to a teammate. No teammate able to get to it. So Rhino's going to take control of it. 50 out center. Roxy sees it, hits it, and scores.
And did go off the top of Joe's car, causing it to gain even more speed. I think that if that doesn't get touched, Avix is probably able to get to it, in my opinion, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And it is now 2-1 coming in here. Roxy's going back up with the ball.
Reset.
Right.
Not quite on the net, though. And Vale not quite able to get to it. Nice save by Joe as Finu comes in. Touchdown by Rhino. Looking to get back to it. No boost. Gonna have to leave. Roxy, shot, and it's in. Top left, banger. I am hearing that Joe is a sub, different player. Came in for Rice.
Yeah, and I mean, same thing. So that means we're playing with 2 subs out here tonight, and looking at it, I don't know too much about Joe or Vale, but both of them seem like really good, consistent players. So you're gonna have to just watch and see what they're able to do. I mean, both teams are playing good, but it doesn't say that as much on the scoreboard because Roxy has been putting on a performance out here. Two goals, 1 assist, with 2 shots. I mean, he's hit everything that he's shot. So look, when you see that kind of number.
You know, Roxy has been a consistent performer for sure, and tell you what, if you want to talk about consistent performers, I gotta shout out our guy Bladed Raptor, who is producing for us all night long, not only making sure the stream happens, but getting us information that we need so we can make sure to make the right calls out here. So thank you, Bladed, for everything you do. Vale able to put that one into the net. Good job to both of you.
And I did have the pleasure of streaming one of their matches, so it was good to be able to do that. And I mean, watching this team go, they're playing very well on the Lunar side. We could maybe see a Lunar team other than the Emmys come through and win this. Unfortunately,
you're killing it. You just caster cursed it. We had a shot.
Supposed to be a shot, but I mean, going into it.
Sorry, Bo. Roxy with a big player, and is that in the net? No, Avix able to get to it. Vinu reads the whole thing though, gets the double. Joe able to read it, save that one away. Fail. Rhino's there. Rhino looking for a pass center. Vinu able to jump on that one, and as the time clicks down, looks like we probably will end here with a 4-1 lead. Unless we can get one more in, we cannot. And again, this has been how it's gone since Chally. Lunar takes game number 1.
And I mean, yeah, it's been doing that since Chally. They win, but well, no, the last game was a 2-0 for Solar. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I didn't know if what I was saying was real or not, but like, I just figured it would be a good story if it was. So I took a shot.
I guess you do miss 100% of the shots you don't take. As we see here by Roxy putting 5 shots up and getting 2 of those to hit, but the whole team in total puts up a total of 10 shots. So that's looking great.
Alright, we'll be getting into game number 2 here. This Solar team looking to tie the series up. Joe with 4 saves. Avix with the goal, 2 saves. Rhino, I love you, so I mean this not as an insult, but as soon as you changed your name away from Rhino is trash, I'm not seeing any stats, my man. Change it back real quick. Nah. I think Rhino goes crazy in this game.
Just because you said it? Of course.
You know how it is. Vale, Joe coming in. Roxy looks like he's going to try to pass it over to Finu. Finu's up. Gets one touch. Does he have the double? Not quite able to put it in. Roxy gets another touch to keep pressure. Avix going to grab that on the wall. Vale keeping it in. looking for some sort of pass. Gets the 50 out, but neither of the players were ready for it. Roxy gets bumped off. Joe clears it off. Vale up high. Rhino is not trash. In the net for the first goal of game number 2. That's what I'm looking for, Rhino.
Yeah, I mean, just after saying something about him, he's gonna show up and show out. Caster a curse. Caster a curse.
Hell yeah.
I mean, we know how bad it can be sometimes. You curse a team for being good or bad. Sometimes it just seems like it. Sometimes they're not even watching the stream, but it just happens to work out. And so it's kind of weird how it happened. But we do see this, repeating myself a lot, by the way. Joe going in there. Right now has an assist goal by Rhino. And I mean, we're gonna see Roxy get up. And as I say that, just getting the touch that he needs to, almost scoring, but unfortunately it's unable to complete it. Back in the air for Roxy, takes another shot, stays up with it. Double commit by this Lunar team. Venu over Joe, carries it. Bell gets a demo. It almost gets the ground pinch into the goal. Doesn't complete it.
That was a crazy demo, and the ground pinch. Just not quite able to put it in. That would have been a clip for the next montage. Vale's up. Puts it down. Finu not quite able to read it. Roxy can, but Rhino's going to be there for the save. Ball over the side. Vale's going to cut it off. Finu trying to beat Joe. Does. Gets it down middle. Avix put it off to the side. Roxy pounces. Rhino's going up. What does Rhino have here? It's going to be taken off by Avix, the teammates. Roxy gets a shot on. Can Joe get there? Joe can get there. It's going to go over the top of Vale. Finu's going to turn on it, bring it up in the air himself. Rhino's going to challenge. Finu up over the top of Rhino, but not able to stay on it. Roxy keeps the pressure alive here. Lunar team needs to get a goal to tie this game up, but they do have plenty of chances here. Finu brings it up over one, looking for a pass. Going to drop it to Roxy. Roxy's going to put it in middle. Avix. It's 50 by Vale. Roxy with the demo. Unfortunate touch after it. Shot coming out. Vale. Nice save there. Avix is back. Going to put it down. Vale's going to touch it out. Going to hold on to it. Joe up in the corner. Roxy clearing that one. Deep one. Rhino's going to go up the wall. Roxy's going to try to challenge. Rhino keeps control of it. Vale. Finu, where are you going, my guy? Over there, makes sense. Take the ball while you're over there. Go up. Looking for a pass to Roxy, maybe. Has the reset. Oh, almost. Nice defensive play there. Boa, what do you think this team needs to do to be able to get the ball into the net?
I mean, honestly, they're playing really well. I think this defense is just playing a little better. They're trying to cut that space out from. It's kind of like with Deontay. They're just trying to cut that space out from under, and Roxy almost getting there. But I mean, Roxy's been a formidable force, especially if you can consider that first game. And they're definitely trying to keep the ball away from him. I know I would if I was the captain, talking to them, just saying, "Hey, we saw what happened last time. Let's not let it happen again." But what would you do in this situation?
I don't know, man. I just like bang the ball and hope it goes in. In this tier, man, you got to figure something out. I don't know if it's trying to get a backline demo here or what. With a minute left, you can imagine the Solar team's going to try to just play the best defense they can. They don't need to score anymore. So if you can get a backline demo on them, then that might be enough to open that net up. Roxy gonna go for clear. Rhino's there. Vale's gonna put this one center. Roxy's gonna try to pass it back to Vale. It's gonna fly up center. No one there to collect it, but no shot either. And it's just gonna go to the other side. Roxy jumps on that one. Vale's got another touch. It's center. Avix gonna take over. Finu keeping pressure here. 2 players up. Ball's gonna go center. Roxy's gonna jump on that one. Back over to Roxy. Back pass from Joe. I like that pass a lot, actually. Avix over the top of one's going to leave it down for a pass. No shot, though. Not quite able to put that one on net. Roxy beats Avix, but Joe's there to keep pressure. 15 seconds left. They got to find some opening. Rhino looking to clear that one back. Vale over to Roxy. They haven't even been able to get it out of their own zone here. as Joe puts it right back in, and then there's a demo on the back to even make it worse. Avic's going to put a shot on, and that shot's going to go in. 0 seconds, and, well, we have another game 3.
Yeah, and then, I mean, it could go either way, really. We don't know what's really going on between these players. They were kind of dominating that first game, but we've seen that happen before, where the first game seemed very dominant by one side and just not happening on the other. We do still see 3 shots coming from Roxy's, none of them hitting, and but from the other side of the field, Avix and Rhino hooking each other up, or hooking with each other a lot with the 1 goals per, 2 shots and 3 shots per, and then Joe with the 2 assists for both of them. So it seems like they've really found their equilibrium on how they need to play. It seems like this Lunar team really needs to find their footing, kind of counteract that.
Yeah, so the interesting thing when looking at these stats is that was a 9-shot game total. So a lot of midfield pressure, taking the ball off each other. Let's see if that changes.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at it here, we're gonna have Bale coming up against
Looks like
Joe.
Joe.
Yeah, and so I mean, depending on how this first goal goes, I think that's gonna be the decider of who wins this game, in my opinion.
So far I've noticed the team that gets the first save of game number 3 always wins game number 3. That has happened literally every single time. Oh my god, we have a Merc. We have a Merc, we have a... I don't even know what else
Batmobile.
Was that a Batmobile? Oh yeah, that is the Batmobile, okay. This just might be the spice you need. Just go out and have fun.
Oh yeah, he is no longer with the Gentlemates decal. It looks like an anodized in black. So a complete switch up on the roster, it seems like.
I bet this Solar team's looking as like, I don't know who any of these players are. I've never seen any of these cars before.
They're looking at Vale's car and saying, is that Fairy Peak?
Oh man.
That's the only person I can think of that uses that car personally.
I'll tell you what, who uses the Merc? I know the answer.
Somebody from the original group.
The answer is Finu. Fell with a shot. Oh, just off wide.
Oh.
Rhino up.
Oh.
Finu. It's down to the corner, unfortunately. Roxy looking to bring that one off to the side. Vale gets it out center. Avux is going to be the first one there, though. Doesn't have a second touch, I don't think. Finu puts it down. Roxy's going to take over. Over to the wall, off the wall. Going to stay on it, try to go for a 50. Joe just going to clear this one out. Goes for the dunk, gets it. Vale puts it off to the side. Finu back to Vale. Nope, Vale gets bumped there. It's going to go all the way across to Roxy. Roxy's going to get a shot. Rhino jumps in front of Joe to get the save. Ball's up. 2 minutes down off the clock. No goal yet. Nice dunk there by Joe or Rhino, or I think it was Rhino. We'll see if we can get a ball in the net, and we can. Roxy gets the goal.
I will say, though, very impressive on the Solar team. They have 5 saves already. But I say already, it's been 2 minutes of gameplay, so.
Well, the crazy thing is, you talk about 5 saves. Roxy has 5 shots himself. Finu also has a shot. This Solar team has not put a shot on net yet.
I mean, it's a complete swap up from what we saw in the last game, where they were putting the more offensive side of the ball. So we do need to see that come back if they want a chance at winning this, because Roxy is not going to just sit down and take that offensive pressure coming from another team. He knows that he can outshoot almost anyone on this field, so he's going to take advantage of that.
A little bit of a mistouch there, but Roxy is there to kind of bail it out. Avic's going to turn on this one. Going to go up the wall, look for a pass towards Joe. See, our Finu is going to get to it first. Ball out mid. Rhino gets the touch. Vale puts it down. Finu able to kind of knock that one away from Rhino. Then Rhino gets knocked away from the game entirely. Vale gets the touch. Rhino Gonna put it down. It's a little bit dangerous though. Finu to Vale. Vale trying to do a little bit here on the corner. Joe's gonna collect this one. Try to put it over Vale. Gets it. Finu there. Trying to take control of this one. Rhino's coming up to meet Finu. Puts it back down. Avic's going to take over. Roxy not able to make the touch. There's no blue players back right now. Now they're coming back. Avix gets the ball knocked away from him. Finu coming off the wall looking for something. Puts it down. Gets the 50. Dunks the heck out of Rhino. And then looks like Roxy's the one there that's able to clean that one up. But that's what happens when you try to 50 against a Merc, I guess.
And they just put all that weight on the ball and made it flatten down and sit. Able to get there is Finu, but Roxy able to score again. That's 2 goals in this game, looking similar to the original stat line of that first game. And that's probably what it's going to end up turning out like, looking at the goals right now. I mean, still only 1 shot coming in for this Solar team. So, I mean, I feel like that's the only thing you could say that they've done wrong. They just aren't putting enough pressure on this ball.
On defense, can't score if you don't shoot it, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, on defense, they've been doing great at stopping, other than, of course, the 2 goals, but that's because they haven't been able to put their own.
David's going to take it up the wall, look for something. Roxy clears that one out. We're down to 35 seconds left of the series. Finu tries to go for a pass. Joe clears that one out. Needs to somehow get past this midfield, though. Unable to do so as Vale knocks that one out. Rhino's going to try. Gets demoed. Finu keeps it in. This ball is just always in this Solar side. Joe's going to go for a clear, but Vale's there to put it back in. Rhino gets a touch. Vale's going to keep it on that side. 10 seconds left. Avix to Joe. Joe's going to take a shot. Roxy clears it off to the side. Finn is going to go for a pinch. Puts it down. Roxy's going to try to go for something. Puts it on the ground, and Lunar has won their first series since Amy.
And it is a true Lunar victory, if I'm not mistaken. Or am I?
No, this absolutely is. This is the last of the tiers that actually has Lunar and Solar in it. We'll go to Master and Premier after this, who does not. But Solar taking those ones 3-1, and Solar is now what 4-5-2, 5-2, I think.
Oh yeah.